Bittersweet memories with Chilwell. Obviously, won the Champions League with him. Was pretty key, really, in a lot of our success in that period. But it does feel like the right time to let him go. Obviously, we probably would have preferred to let him go 2 years ago when he kind of started to be left out of the squad. But it's always been weird with Chilwell, even though I've always thought he's a solid left back. And look, do I think he's good enough for us anymore? Probably not. I definitely don't think he's on Kukureya's level or Hattor's level. I always felt like he was good enough to be a Premier League player, and it just felt like no one ever really came in for him on a permanent deal. Um, yeah, it's a weird one for Chilwell. Obviously, sad to see him go in the circumstances he has, where it's kind of just under the carpet. No one's really talking about it. I hope he does well at Strasbourg. Obviously, Strasbourg is our second team, so it'll be interesting to see if he's starting for them. I know we've got Valentin Barco there, so I can't imagine he starts over Barco. So it does feel like a weird move for him, to be fair. Because I don't know how old Chilwell is. I mean, I can quickly look that up, but I don't think he's that old. Maybe like, what, 31 maybe? He's 28! How is he 28 and he's going to be a backup to Barco? I can't imagine he starts over Barco at Strasbourg. So it just feels like a weird place for him to go, to be honest. It's a strange one with Chilwell. I always felt like he was better than a lot of clubs probably were giving him credit for. For whatever reason, I think it probably was, to be honest, his wages that kept him at the club for as long as he was at the club. But yeah, good luck to Chilwell. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the Champions League. Thank you for being a decent left back for us for 2 or 3 years before Kukureya came in and sort of took his spot. But you're a good player for us, especially when you've got on the other hand Raheem Sterling not leaving, even though they were clubs interested. Fulham was interested for quite a while. It just feels like with Sterling, he doesn't want to let go of that money, especially the money whilst he's in London. Apparently, he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. So instead of getting money in Saudi Arabia, he'd rather stay in London and get 300 grand from us. It just feels like he's kind of holding the club hostage. Which, look, fair play to him, right? Obviously, he's in his own right to do what he wants to do, but it just feels a little bit... I don't know. This signing is probably one of our worst signings. Probably worse than Mudryk, and that's saying something, because Mudryk's been banned for the next, 3 or 4 years. But to be paying this guy 300 grand a week, and he's not played a single game for us in however long, it's mad to me. And obviously you got Disasi as well, that hasn't got the move. He was linked to West Ham, he was linked to Aston Villa, he was linked to Bournemouth. Never ended up going to any of those clubs. Disasi's probably going to end up leaving in January. For some reason, every window there seems to be 1 or 2 players that were supposed to leave but just don't.